Hey, welcome to the Plant-Based Scratch Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cashew mac. Here's my mise en place, or basically all my ingredients in place. I have here some cashews, 1 cup that I've soaked, and you can get the full list in the video description. I also have some gluten-free pasta shells. These are a great source of protein, anywhere from 13 to 23 grams of protein per serving, which is incredible. Then I've got some nutritional yeast. This is not the kind that you use for baking or for brewing. It's a food type of yeast used in a lot of vegan cooking. Then I have my onions and garlic, peeled and chopped. They don't have to be fine chopped or anything because they're going to get blended. Sea salt, some vegetable bouillon paste. You could use the cube or even vegetable stock, some dried onion powder, and then some nutmeg, which is what's going to make this bechamel sauce, which is fantastic. I'll show you a little later. Alright, so we have to first boil the pasta. I suggest following the directions on the box of whatever pasta you have. You could use regular pasta, or like in this case I'm using gluten-free pasta, which is made out of chickpeas. And you cook it, this here is about 8 minutes. But while it's cooking, I'm going to just drain off the water from my soaked cashews. I soaked them for about 6 hours or so, and now I'm just draining off the pasta, the liquid, and giving it a little rinse, because you wouldn't do this with normal wheat pasta, but because this is a bean pasta, you want some of the froth off of there, because that's the bean gas. Now I have about a cup or so of water. I'm boiling it. I'm adding my garlic and onions, and I'm going to cook them until they turn translucent, and it won't take that long, a few minutes. And then I'm also adding the vegetable bouillon. Now if you didn't have this bouillon, you could use vegetable stock in place of the water and just cook your onions in that. And like I said, a few minutes and it's ready to go. Then we're just going to add it, our cooked onions and garlic and the bouillon, to our blender. I'm going to add my nutritional yeast and the dried onion powder, and then a bit of the nutmeg. Now this is what is used in a lot of French cooking to make the classic bechamel sauce, but since this is plant-based, we are obviously not using milk or butter in this recipe, and we're using the cashews. And so I'm just adding the soaked cashews, and I'm going to blend it enough till it turns creamy. It'll take a few seconds, probably 10-15 seconds, and then you've created a classic bechamel sauce. And the true test is if it will coat the back of a spoon, which it has done, and you're ready to pour this with your pasta. Now I have a 9x9 casserole dish. You could use any kind of a baking oven dish, will work. I just add my cashew or my pasta shells, and then the cashew sauce goes on top. You could combine this in your saucepan and then add it to the casserole dish, either way, but for presenting it, I just want to show you how to do it. Now I'm going to add some peas, frozen peas, just to give some color and a little bit of vegetable. I also sometimes like to put some chopped up kale and julienne carrots in this as well. But it just gives it a little color and a little bit of vegetable to your dish. And then bake it for about 375 for about 10 minutes. If you wanted to serve it, you could just right now. It's good to go. But baking it just heats it up. And then if you want to give it a coating, I have these breadcrumbs. I broiled them for about 2 minutes, and it's done. It's good to go. Ready to serve. I would serve this with some additional vegetables or salad. Hey, thanks for watching. For more, go to speakingwellness.com.